Hello everyone and welcome to the NCS tutorial video where I will be walking you through some best practices on how to use and navigate the virtual platform from your computer. NCS is using Swapcard as their virtual platform for their upcoming event, and that is the application I will be walking you through today. Whether you're attending in person or virtually, this will be a great tool to use to make sure that you can get the most out of your time during the event. So throughout the next few minutes, I'll show you how to access the platform and this home page that you see in front of you here, how to set up your profile, and how to take full advantage of the different features available. Please know that everything that I'm showing you on my desktop today will also be available to you through the NCS mobile app that you can find by searching NCS Annual Meeting on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. So later this week, you should be receiving an email from noreply@swapcard.com. This is your welcome email that will get you access to the platform. It will be sent to the email address that you used upon registering for the event. So just make sure to check your spam folder and make sure that you've also marked noreply@swapcard.com as a safe sender. To access the platform, there will be a button within this email that says, "Let's get started." Once you click this button, you'll be invited to define a password before taking you to the event homepage that you see in front of you here. Those links will stay valid for 48 hours. So if you happen to miss that window of opportunity, go ahead and go to swapcard.com and then just select login as a participant up at the top here. It'll then take you to a screen to enter the email address you used to register for the event and then define a password before you can get access. So once you get to the home page, it'll look just like this for you. There's some navigation buttons along the top as well as in the middle here. There's some information about the sponsors. Any of these logos are clickable links that can take you right to their virtual booths, and then some other information towards the bottom of the page as well. The first thing I would recommend doing is setting up your personal profile. So this is your profile card on the left-hand side here. If you click Edit, it'll take you to where you can really edit down your profile and add as much information as you'd like. So I'd recommend starting at the top with the first Edit button you see. Go ahead and click on that. You'll then be taken to the information about yourself. Go ahead and load in a profile picture. All the specs are here, so you'll know exactly what photo type to upload, and then click through the different text boxes until you've filled everything out. The system's really user-friendly, so just continue to click through after you've filled out all of the information. There's an opportunity to add a biography and answer some different questions about yourself. You can add your city, state, and country here, your social media links, and I'll show you here everything you do is in real time. So I already have my LinkedIn button populated, but if I wanted to add a Twitter account, all I need to do is add my username and then click out of it. So right when I click out of it, you see that Twitter icon was created. There's a number of different social networks that you can add just by selecting the See More button here. So go ahead and continue toggling through. Here's where you can update your contact details, as well as list the company that you're a part of as well here. Once you have your profile all ready to go, I recommend going back to the home page and looking into some of the different buttons so you can understand the different features that are available. The first one is the schedule. So this will be a full overview of all the education and programming for the annual meeting. From here, you're able to filter the list of different sessions by day and everything by the different session types. So, if you're only looking for the plenary sessions, go ahead and select that filter, and it'll show you the 2 plenaries that are available here. Whenever you want to add something to your personal schedule or your personal agenda, you can click this small calendar add button here, and anything that you add just like this will start to build under your personalized agenda, and I'll show you that button next. But I just wanted to take a minute to show you what an individual session page will look like. So here you can see I've already added it to my schedule. I can see the list of speakers that will be there. I will also be able to see certain attendees that have also added this item to their schedule, and then some basic information about it too. Certain sessions will have this live discussion feature, so there can be chats sent back and forth amongst attendees and speakers within the chat box here. If you have questions, you can load them in here as well. And then if NCS has any poll questions available, they'll be able to have them listed here too. So jumping over to my agenda, it's important to know that this button is completely specific and unique to your actions within the profile. So as you see here, there's a number of different options I can toggle between. Right now I'm on my schedule. So these are all the different sessions that I've added to my schedule. It breaks it down day by day so you can follow it accordingly. And you can click directly into them just by clicking on the blocks here. If you ever want to add these or export them to your calendar, go ahead and click this Export to My Calendar button once you have all the sessions for the week that you want to attend. And then it downloads as an ICS file here. So you can add them directly to your calendar of choice. For my meetings, as you begin to send networking requests and meeting requests and they begin to get accepted, those will start to populate here as well. These time blocks, if for whatever reason you know you're not going to be available during a certain time block, I recommend making yourself unavailable so that when attendees or other exhibitors look to schedule a meeting with you, that time block won't display for them. Know that all of the times listed here are updated based on your time zone. So I'm located in Chicago. It's showing me that on the left-hand side here, which is a nice indicator. The platform will update based on whatever time your computer is set to. So because I'm set in the central time zone, that's what the system will follow on this app. So the other ones to be aware of is my networking. Any confirmed connection requests that have been accepted will populate here. My bookmarked companies will be any exhibiting companies that you've bookmarked. Those will begin to populate here. And then for your wish list, those connect to the products and services that you add to your wish list as you're browsing through them. So this My Agenda button is really just your personalized agenda for the whole event. If I click over to attendees, you'll see that this is a full attendee listing for everyone that is registered for the meeting. I can filter this list down if I know exactly who I want to look for. So if I want to find Nicole, I can search for here, and the list obviously consolidates down. If I want to filter based on the attendee's product and service that they're interested in, maybe I want to see the staffing management interests. This is now showing me a list of people that have that interest, so I can consolidate the list down a little bit better here. If at any time you do not want to be visible on this attendee list, you can turn your visibility off. When your visibility is off, just understand that you are removing yourself basically from being visible on the platform, so others won't be able to schedule meetings with you or send you connection requests. The speakers button will show you pretty much the same thing as the attendee list, but this is specific to just those that have a speaking role in the education throughout the program. If I jump over to the exhibit hall, this is an entire listing page of all the different exhibiting companies that are participating in the event. So you'll see that some of them have numbers listed below them. Those are companies that are participating in person. So if you ever need to quickly find out what booth number they are, this would be a great place to do so. You'll also see that you can bookmark companies by clicking this button here, and that will populate under your personalized agenda too. So I'll click into the Neurocritical Care Society booth just to kind of show you what this looks like. You'll see how I had already chatted them and they responded back to me here. So if you ever want to just send a message to the company, this is where you would do it. If you want to schedule a meeting with someone, as a part of this company, there are time slots built in here. So I recommend finding a time that works for you. And then you'll see there's a couple different options. If you want to meet them on site in their exhibit booth, you can select that. Or if you want to have a virtual meeting and have a virtual call through this platform, you can select virtual meeting, introduce yourself and write a little bit about what you want to meet about and then send that meeting request along. Once it's been requested, you can actually get notified if they accept it or if they decline it by this bell icon up here. It'll come in just like a notification would on your Facebook account or your LinkedIn account or something similar to that extent. And then once that meeting has been confirmed, it will populate under your My Agenda where you can actually launch that meeting. You're going to be notified, 10 minutes out before the meeting occurs. So no worries if you don't always have to come to this My Agenda button in order to launch the meeting. You'll be notified through different pop-ups throughout the platform that the meeting is upcoming. Now we'll jump into posters. It's a similar view to what you saw for the schedule. So find the poster sessions that you would like to attend, add them to your calendar, and scroll through the list, search for certain numbers you'd like. and it'll narrow down that list for you to make it a little bit more manageable to find what you're looking for. Next, jumping over to products and services. These are just different products and services that are available for you to research and look at. If I click into one in particular, it's important to know that they all link to whatever virtual booth or in-person booth is available. So it's always good if you have a question about that product to click on that booth page and ask them a question directly. Jump back to the home page and just talk through a couple more of the buttons. The help desk is here for you if you have questions about anything specifically, about the programming, about how to navigate the platform. Feel free to send in any questions and someone will get back to you with an answer on how to troubleshoot whatever you're looking for. Keep in mind that there's a couple additional buttons located down below here. So obviously we went through the schedule, my agenda, attendees, speakers. Something we didn't talk about is Run for Research. If you're participating in Run for Research, you can click on the link here. It'll take you to an external site, and this is where you can log all of your miles to make sure that they're getting counted. Awards, if you click into awards, this will link to the NCS 2021 award recipients, so you can take a look at who they are. And then lastly, there's a social media contest you can participate in. There's some information about health and safety for the meeting, as well as some evaluation instructions down here as well. So lastly, just to cover some of the networking on the platform, I would recommend just going to the attendee list for attendee to attendee networking. If you know who you want to talk to, you can search for them. You can see here that I had already sent Nicole a connection request. So up at the top, it says that it's pending. I can send her a message in the meantime, but until she accepts my connection requests, I'm limited to the amount of information that I can see on her profile page. So I can't see her social media links. I can't see her specific phone number or her address or anything like that. So that's the opt-in you need to really get the full information about whoever it is you're trying to connect with. But in the meantime, until I wait for that, I'm going to look to schedule a meeting directly with Nicole. So I know Thursday the 28th works best for me. These are the time slots that NCS has made available for networking. They're all in 15-minute increments. However, if your meeting lasts beyond 15 minutes, the platform's not going to shut it down on you, so just keep that in mind. But if I wanted to meet with her around 9:15, like I said, we have a few different options of where I can meet with her, but let's plan for a virtual meeting. So I can send her a quick message and then send the meeting request along. And from here, you'll see that it's pending. So until she accepts it, it'll sit here like this. And then as soon as she either accepts or rejects my meeting request or sends me a new time suggestion, I will get notified by this bell icon up here that it has been accepted. And then the minute she does it, I can head back to my agenda and just confirm that it is listed in my meeting spot for Thursday. Here you can see it's currently pending. You'll get notified from this bell icon up here when it's time for the meeting to start, but if you also wanted to launch the video call right from here, you can. Every call launches just like a normal Zoom or Microsoft Teams call would, but it's all located within the platform. So you don't need any additional applications to be able to do it. It will launch directly from your screen here. Every call will initially start as just an audio to audio call. You have the option to turn your video on if you'd like. And then once you're in the call, you have the ability to share documents, share your screen, and do different things like that too. So lots of good functionality and a good way to connect with people, especially virtually if you're interested in that. If you're looking to connect with someone in person, I'd recommend obviously clicking the in-person meeting location. And then where I wrote to Nicole, let's connect, I would recommend putting in a specific location that you would like to meet in the hotel. So maybe you'd say, want to meet in the lobby, we can connect there, so that the attendee that you're trying to connect with knows exactly where they need to be at the certain time that you're trying to connect. So overall, this is the full overview of the platform. I hope this was helpful to all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful meeting. If you have any questions, feel free to jump into the help desk to ask, and someone will get back to you as soon as they can. So thank you. Have a great day.